My struggle has been led by agitating back. Freedom cometh, my struggle. Saying and agitating back. It is
Record.
Right. Okay. Anyone? My struggle, my struggle, freedom come, freedom come, my struggle, freedom come, my struggle, freedom come, freedom come, my struggle, freedom come, my struggle, freedom come, solidarity forever for justice, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, we shall always fight for our rights, forever, solidarity forever.
And on the road as they drop my
Forever, we shall always fight for
according to Yomi Fabiyi and more police officials are
solidarity forever. And what the police are using to discharge their duties. And that is why the citizens at any time must respect when the police are discharging their lawful duty. Also, the people have the right. But what we observe is that when this man, one of our colleagues, Baba Ijesha, was brought here, so many evidences were shown online, and the commissioner of police came out. We were like, we need to be patient. We want to see the rule of law discussed. Allow the police do their job. And the police did their job, and the CP came out and said it is a bailable offense. But what we noticed that after that, he's getting to 2 weeks now, he's not been released. We don't know whether he has any medical condition. We don't know whether he has not been getting fair. We are not supporting the crime he's been accused of. Nobody will do that. We are not saying he did it or he didn't do it. You are doing your job. What we expect is that every sane citizen should respect that, because human rights is key. And that is why we are coming to express ourselves, that you are public officers. We trust and believe in you. I have written to the governor, I have written to the CP, and that's why I'm coming here again to express myself that, sir, irrespective of emotions, social media cannot dictate for the police. It is the law that will dictate for you. Sir, do the needful. Whoever deserves to be released on bail, please honor it so that we continue to respect and stand by the police. That is why we are here, sir. And we are very peaceful, as you can see. Okay, sir. Oh, okay.
Our action is only
of course.
that's why.
You are not the law.
name, sir.
So we appreciate your participation. And I must About the chapter, I think we are that as advice us what to do. What we are waiting for is for court to review. As soon as court review, are ready from court of appeal.
But sir, can I say something?
That is what is happening.
Wait, can I say something, sir? Sir, with due respect, sir, we are all citizens. And I know you that you love to rest. You are not interested in oppressing anybody. You are just doing your job. Even if the DPP advance, the DPP does not have the legal right to ask the police to detain somebody indefinitely, especially when the country is on strike. The best thing to do, sir, is to give you administrative bail and seek for a very reliable surety. Because at the end of the day, sir, that is going to be a bad antecedent. Sir, in this particular case, a minor is used as a bait, which is a serious criminal offense. The police have not even touched on that. There is an evidence of torture. The police has not touched on that. There is evidence of obtaining confession under duress. The police has not touched on that. And of course, these are so many things. They even came here, they threatened to even kill the suspect in your custody. The police have not acted on that. And since then, the people believe that they can actually threaten to kill anybody in this state now. I would never want to threaten to kill you, and I don't believe you will threaten to kill me. But if the police will be blind to all those ones, and we still want to hold him indefinitely, DPP advice is a legal advice. DPP advice is not the court. We should educate the citizenry that human rights is key. Following the rule of law is sacrosanct. Sir, I travel abroad. I will even talk to police officers here that why don't you even talk? They will say, I won't even take your rights away from you. They treat me like human being. Sir, when I get to Nigeria, the fear is that I will be treated like an animal. The fear is that they will treat my father like an animal. The fear is that they will treat your son like an animal. That is becoming a normal in this country. That is why we are not developing. We are a blessed country. Mineral resources will not help us to grow. It is our behavior towards ourselves. It is the power that we have and we use against ourselves that will determine if we're going to progress as a nation. This man is still adjudged innocent until proven guilty. We don't know whether he's been coerced. Even the complainant said they set him up. They put a video down, he called people, with so many people behind, we don't know they are holding guns. Police is not talking about that. Anybody will pick it up again, sir. You will start seeing cases, so people will start setting people up, and that is not what we want in this country.
I'm sorry, sir. In addition to that, sir, the number one person to hold responsible as far as police institution is concerned in this Lagos state is the Commissioner of Police. And once the man makes a statement, we all believe it's an authority that we all should understand and stand by and obey. Sir, the Commissioner of Police came out to say this man is, the offense alleged against him is a bailable offense and he should be released on bail. Sir, I don't think there's any authority any other place, as far as this state is concerned, that should say otherwise, as far as what the Commissioner, in against what the Commissioner of Police says. So, sir, giving us the idea of the DPP and any other one now, I understand you, sir, and you understand much more better this job, more than we do. We are citizens, we are going by the law. But, sir, are we saying that what the Commissioner of Police said is not tenable compared to what the advice of the DPP, or we should hold our Commissioner of Police responsible for what is happening now?
Or will he stay there?
My name is
Panti. Will he stay in your custody if the court is still on strike?
That's another point.
We collect all this.
I'm trusting you, sir. But sir, when do you think we can come back again if you don't see any changes, sir?
I wouldn't tell you when to come back with any change. I'm sure you have changed.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
So we are trusting you on that, sir.
Please trust me.
Thank you for all. This is the kind of police. If I have money, don't sit by. If I have money today, I will give all the police officers here. But please, advise us. Go and
they all have money already.
The kind of stuff for the police. We deserve to support this kind of police.
So,
Tinibos are for police.
Go, sir! Go, sir! Go, sir!
Tinibos are for Panti police officers.
Go, sir! Go, sir! Go, sir!
This is international standard.
And we respect that, sir. We really appreciate it.
At the same time, please, I want you people to disperse from here.
No, don't use that statement. Don't use that statement. You're telling me you want to
they are going. Listen.
You're telling me don't use that kind of phrase.
Okay. Sorry.
We appreciate your personal contact. We appreciate your concern and everything and the place that attended.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Can I see you private?
Yeah, today there's a peaceful protest against the further detention of a veteran comedian, Baba Ijesha. And you came to tell the police that it is very, very unfortunate to keep the guy in the off camera. Just off camera.
Let's take this place.
Camera. No, I can't lose bus stop.
Yeah. Come on. Pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó.
Ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ bí ẹ̀, ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ bí ẹ̀rí bọ̀. Ṣé torí pé Baba Ijesha jẹ́ òṣèré àbí torí pé mo fi nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn ìṣe ni mo fara mọ́. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí obìnrin àti gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìgbà mi ò lọ́wọ́ sí pé kéèyàn máa fi tipátipá bá yóò lò pọ̀ àbí kéèyàn máa ṣàwọn ọmọ kéékèèké bí ó ṣe tọ́ àti bí ó ṣe yẹ. Kọ́dà gan nínú ilé wa ni ò fọwọ́ sí. Ṣùgbọ́n tí mo fọwọ́ sí tó jẹ́ kí n wà ní ilé mi ni pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Nàìjíríà rere kò sí ẹ̀tọ́ tí ẹnikẹ́ni ní ju èèyàn kan lọ tí wọ́n bá ní pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí lágbájá yìí ṣẹ̀ ó yẹ ká fi sílẹ̀ kó máa ti lé wá ṣẹjọ́ kò gbọdọ̀ kúrò ní ìlú bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe yẹ kó rí ó yẹ ká dá dúró sínú ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n títí kọjá ìkòkò tó yẹ kó ká fi sílẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé òfin sọ pé ká di Baba Ijesha mú ẹjọ́ kó wà níbẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé òfin sọ pé ká fi sílẹ̀ kó máa gbalé wá ẹjọ́ kó fi sílẹ̀ kó máa gbalé wá kó jẹ́ ìyẹn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí òfin bá ti sọ wípé nǹkan tó ṣe yìí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni òfin gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ ìdààmú ìgbà yìí kò lójú méjì òfin òfin jẹ́ kò sẹ́ni tí ìbá ṣe àtẹrú àtọmọ tẹrú tọmọ la ṣe dá òfin tó kò yẹ ká yọ̀yàn kọ́kọ́ sílẹ̀ tí tó bá ṣe tí òfin bá sọ pé tó ń ṣe yìí o ó ń tẹ̀tọ̀ láti wà ní ẹ̀wọ̀n gbére tó fi sẹ́wọ̀n gbére tó fi bá sọ pé yẹ ètò kan pa ṣùgbọ́n tó fi ò bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi ìdájọ́ sọ́wọ́ ara wa ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa dájọ́ láì sí ìmọ̀dí ọ̀rọ̀ èyí ò dájọ́ mi ò wá láti jẹ́ ẹnikẹ́ni lẹ́jọ́ mi ò sọ pé ó ṣe mi ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò sọ pé kò ṣe mi ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tárí ni pé gbogbo tó fi hàn wá àárí bó ṣe rí náà nìyẹn ẹ wá jẹ́ kí àwọn ọlọ́pàá kí wọ́n ṣe investigation wọn dáadáa kí wọ́n dẹ̀ wú tó bá jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kó kú sẹ́wọ̀n kó kú sẹ́wọ̀n tó bá jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kó lọ kú sílẹ̀ kó lọ kú sílẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ mi nìkan tí màá ṣe náà ni màá ṣe ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọmọ mi síbi tí yóò yẹ kó títí títí ìgbà tí kò bá yẹ kí ló dé ẹgbẹ́ lọ sí court tí court bá dájọ́ fún oníkàlùkù á lọ sinmi ẹ̀yin ò kí ń pariwo lórí social media mi ò kí ń pariwo mi ò kí dá sí ní tí ó kàn mí ṣùgbọ́n nítorí pé wọ́n lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹbí mi wọ́n lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹbí ẹnikẹ́ni ni mo ṣe bọ́ta kì í ṣe ta ìníṣẹ́ o orúkọ tó bá wù ní kẹ́ ẹ pé ṣùgbọ́n mo dúró nítorí pé ní tí ò bá lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ló ń jẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ ráàtà náà lè fi ṣe máa ṣe yẹn ní ọmọ Baba Ijesha ọ̀ṣọ́ rẹ ó lè sí ní ọ̀mí òṣọ́ rẹ máa ṣọ lọ́rọ̀ tó kò ń ṣe torí pé mo ṣe torí pé mo fẹ́ wọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ ráàtà náà ni màá bọ́ta tó bá pè ní máa gbọ́ màá bọ́ta ṣe mí nìyẹn.
Mọ́mì, ẹ̀yin gẹ́gẹ́ bí àgbàlagbà tàbí amọ̀wà kí ni èrò tí nípa nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀?
Mo máa ń wo
eré Baba Ijesha èmi ò ń ṣe tó ń ṣe fíìmù o but mo jáde gẹ́gẹ́ bí abiyamọ wípé ìyà ni oúnjẹ Baba Ijesha yìí ṣó ti yé yín nísìnyí nítorí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó àti Vincent ohun tó ṣe yìí kò bójú mu rárá àtàwọn tó lọ dẹ trap sílẹ̀ fún Baba Ijesha ohun tó ń ṣe yìí kò dáa rárá nítorí pé ọmọ ọdún 7 bàbá bá sùn abiyamọ ni mí mo bá ọmọ tó jáde yunifásitì mo tún bá ọmọ mi tó lọ yunifásitì tó tún jáde lọ́ọ̀ lórí bẹ́ẹ̀tì bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú yìí tó bá jẹ́ kó ti bá ọmọ yìí sùn oṣù 7 ẹni tó ń gbọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ láti máa rí private ẹ̀ ìdí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú kẹ́jẹ̀ máa jáde nínú kọ́mọ yẹn máa lè jókòó ṣóun wá jẹ́ abiyamọ dáadáa ni látọdún 7 sọdún 7 míì Allah Jesus Christ of Nazareth gbogbo ayé pátá wọ́n mọ̀ pé irọ́ burúkú lélẹ́yìí ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò ní Baba Ijesha jàre o èmi ò ní kò jàre èmi ò ló jẹ̀bi o ṣùgbọ́n ìtìmọ́lé tó tìmọ́lé yìí tí wọn ò jẹ́ kó gba béèlì ẹ̀ ó jẹ́ tó ń dun gbogbo Nàìjíríà ìyẹn ló gbé mi jáde.
ẹ ṣe gan mọ́mì kí ni ọ̀rọ̀ tí lórí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni wípé a rí i pé wọ́n ṣe tẹ ààbò mi mọ́ Baba Ijesha rẹ̀ a rí i pé wọ́n ṣe mọ́lé tí òfin ní kán rìlíìsì ẹ̀ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ rìlíìsì ẹ̀ àrí kókò díẹ̀ kí a tó a fẹ́ kán rìlíìsì ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí òfin ṣe sọ tó bá dé tó bá dẹ̀ rìlíìsì ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ̀bi àbóṣe tí ò dá gbogbo nǹkan tó fi bá ní kán ṣe fún gbogbo nǹkan tó fi bá ẹgbẹ́ wúwà tó wù yẹn gbogbo nǹkan tó fi bá ní kán ṣe ṣùgbọ́n kán rìlíìsì ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn ẹ̀dínfíṣà mi dpo ṣe ti kán rìlíìsì ẹ̀ torí ẹ̀ làwa ṣe wá a lè máa gbé ìlú tí ò ní òfin ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí anybody lọ́la kò sẹ́ni tí ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí a lè máa gbé òfin ló ń direct wá lù ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀lé òfin kan tí òfin bá ṣe sọ ní kan ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Baba Ijesha a support tó ṣe o ṣùgbọ́n kán jẹ́ kí òfin take its course.
ẹ ṣe máa.
İzzet Matarat. Toku.
ẹ̀kan pàtó wọlé ẹ̀ bá ti tẹ̀lé wọn wọlé ọ̀dọ̀ Baba Ijesha wọn lọ.
Wọ́n á ṣubú ọ̀gá mi. Ọ́fíìsà mi.
èèyàn tó kọ́ láì tó kọ́ léèyàn fúnra rẹ̀ kò ní sọ pé kò ń ta kò kọ́ owó lórí ó rà gbà ẹni tó kọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó mọ ìtàn ta tiles tó mọ ìtàn ta granite ní sọ pé òun ta láìláì it's my job I'm a site engineer dáadáa tí mo ti gbá yàn kọ́lé mo mọ tó mi.
Hello.
Sunday offer.
Yeah. All right. Despite the fact that you were criticized, condemned by some Nigerian actors, you still went ahead to do the protest. I'm not sure if the protest was peaceful or not, but can you tell us the development?
Yeah, first and foremost, I don't see anybody condemning me. I only see few, a very handful, that are arrogant with ignorance. Knowledge is key and knowledge is power. Human rights is key. And of course, the only way we can enjoy peace and development is to allow human rights to thrive. Anybody can be a suspect anytime. We are human beings, and that is why there are laws. The laws are not for animals, they are for human beings. At the end of the day, it is a general opinion that you are presumed innocent until proven guilty by the court of law. What we are demanding for is not that they should stop the trial. It's not that Baba Ijesha is innocent. It's not that Baba Ijesha is guilty. As a custodian of human rights, somebody who believes that everybody deserves fair hearing, we are only demanding that allow the police to do their work and then let the law take its full course. It will be a bad antecedent for some Nigerians to actually, maybe out of ignorance or out of overreaction, want to change the law by themselves and then hoodwink the police or some dirty other people to change the law. If we allow that new normal to strive, it is sending a bad note and danger to this society. Nobody will support rape. Nobody will support child molestation. But of course, I am not going to be judgy in the sense that I am refined enough to know that I need to balance the story, number one, and I need to allow the law to take its full course. However, when some footages litter social media, as an adult and a member of a voting public, I can air my opinion on it, personal opinion. And with what I saw, I am beginning to see, and from the testimony of some of the complainants, there is an evidence that a deliberate trial. A lot of people don't know law. Ignorance is not an excuse. I cannot know that you could commit this crime and I aid and abet you as a civilian. The only way that should be done is through the police or any other law enforcement to set and to entrap, and it must be approved, and it must not cause danger, it must not cause harm. And that is why it is very important that we all know this. The world is watching us. It is not because I am an apologist of the rapist. Nothing has even shown that he raped. What if, in the court of law, the young man is able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that there was no rape at any time? Just find the footage of rape. And the fact that this young man was actually questioned under duress. Do you know how many men are behind the camera? One would have expected, if truly you want to get evidence, you have already even used the child you shouldn't use. You have a CCTV footage as evidence. The suspect did not even know. All you need to do is to go to the police with your evidence, even if you don't have evidence of 7 years. Why do you subject him to torture? Why then do you subject him to terrible confession? Confession that even the most powerful policeman on earth, if he tries it that way, he will be going to jail for it. How much more a citizen? They put laws into their hands. It means that you yourself, you are not honest with what you want to pursue. If you are trying to pursue justice, putting laws into your hand will not be the next thing. It is not right, it is a violation, and it is damaging. And if we allow this new normal to go, it will give this country another terrible, terrible tragedy and headache. But a lot of people are not concerned about the impact of this thing on children on social media. People that are seeing, they are only expressing their emotion, trying to condemn before the court condemns. That kind of society cannot go forward. Because if the story turns around, if the person, this man will even be heard from, see, as we speak, nobody can say confidently that I've heard from him. What led to you touching the girl? What was going on? What if it turns out and tell you that, do you know what? I have actually done a passport for this girl. She is 24 years. I have it with me. We are about to travel, and then the guardian later got to know and got angry that she's an adult. How would Nigerians, where would they put their face? What if there was no rape? What if you cannot even call pedophiles don't go for adults, they don't go for adult teenagers. Majority just know the English pedophile. They don't know what it is, they don't know the psychological situation with a pedophile. They like children that they can take. If they cannot convince you with biscuits, they won't come for you. Not to talk of somebody who is a grown up, who is that old. Now, if you say the lady is 14-year-old, she's having dreadlock on her head. A 14-year-old is still in secondary school. Which school is she attending with dreadlock? From the pictures you have seen. If that is the girl in question, Nigerians, we cannot continue this way. We are treating ourselves like animals. That is why the authorities, the government officials that we elect, they don't care about us. I want one backward. We have to accept. We shouldn't allow it. Children are in most sure don't have an opportunity, not under any excuse. So the police are also to that. That is a biased justice system.
Now, would you say the police does not understand what's going on? They do not understand institutions.
The police understand, but they are delaying actions. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Delaying actions in what way?
In doing the right thing, and that is why, as an adult and a member of a voting public, I cannot. Anybody can slumber. Anybody can go into a nap. We are all human beings. You nudge them, do your work, and that is what we're doing. Can you see we're peaceful? We are telling them that on no account should anybody come to dictate for the police. They are not the constitution. They are not the law. They even threaten to kill a suspect in custody, and they are still working freely. That is not a just society. That is not the policing I want. They should do their work. Respect the right of everybody. We are in a society where everybody must be respected. Whether you are an offender, whether you are a suspect, you are a prisoner, even if you are a dead body, you must be given and accorded your respect under the law. That is sacrosanct. People don't on social media. Oh, show how you talking so backward? The guy is talking forward, you are talking backward.
Now, they are conflicting reports to this event. We learned that the same girl in question got impregnated by Baba Ijesha and later was aborted. Now, what do you think would happen to such a person that has put on that kind of action?
The only thing I can say is that if there is that confession, the police should act on it. I have not heard about it. It's just mere conspiracies. I have asked Baba Ijesha personally myself. I didn't go. I went there as a human rights activist. He's a senior colleague. The first thing I owe him is to allow to hear his own side. I have heard from the other side through the videos and the write-ups they put up. I need to hear him. He's the one being accused. If you have sex with this lady, whether they are dating, I don't know. Whether he's dating Princess, I don't know. But of course, we are all human beings. That is meant for them to argue when they get down. But Coco of the matter is this. Baba Ijesha, do you know that this girl is a minor? And why are you a pedophile? Said pedophile. Even when they were beating me, when they rushed him, they asked Princess to drop the video. And if there is a CCTV, the CCTV will not even stop when they rushed him, Abi. Yeah, of course. You watched a child being molested for 30 minutes before you take action. Somebody must pay for that. Now, Etuwa Rush Wole, he said they rushed him. 4 men, they beat him to stupor. He said when they were asking him questions, what if the man dies in that process? Terrible society. Everybody, and we know the law. Immediately we say, Papa, you are waiting on your car. Man, go and camera. One will go to so. Tí o bá sọ kí ló bá ṣe. Ẹ pa síbẹ̀ ẹ máa nílò kú ẹ̀ nìyàn. Unlade sọ pé à ń bá wọn ọlọ́pàá gan sọ pé don't torture, don't stop using torture as a means of investigation. If I can face the police to say that, how much more if you are doing that to a normal person, forced imprisonment, so all these things are what I am fighting against. Serious crimes has been committed by these people. Not about what oppressed. They don't even care about the girl. Social services are sleeping. By now, the child should be taken away from the woman. Oh, so one abuse 7 years ago. Or subject to another abuse. Two is too much for a human being. Hey, you're going to let that toko. Tobacco or not tobacco. Tobacco tell you a child cannot understand why you will ask her again to submit her body. Only understand, no matter what you say. A woman should play along. Otun dimo, Otun boss soxy. Shani tell you money. I'm a show any two diamond, take away double. No, in your face. We want genuine cases so that the masses will not be on the other side of the law or will not be sorry. That is my agitation. Not I'm never going to support a rapist. When you come back with it, or don't do your class, don't come as a trap for me. That only go back to Bamba get your or the machine WhatsApp message. So back around and then Umawa. Go back with you what marry people like my dear. Baba do a trouble. Nigeria on the database. So they expect him away to your colleague. We don't want that rubbish in this country. Because the new normal will be you guilt me, I will teach you lesson. And then the media will jump and the social media will jump with it. It's pure nonsense. Nonsense. People will start committing suicide. That's the danger I'm advancing and I'm praying to advance.
Okay, sir. Are you doing all this because he's your senior colleague or because you're an human rights activist?
The fact remains that I have been doing several things and you all know. In 2019, I can use my money to do launching, to do party. I put up a human rights summit, the first of its kind by an entertainer in Nigeria, in Sheraton. I built a stage plotting all stakeholders, musician, comedian, newscaster, showbiz person, all of them human rights lawyers, every stakeholders were there. It's because I care about the peace and development of this country. So if by now you are not going to respect that, when we are having the NSAS protest, I slept 6 days in Alausa on the floor. I didn't change my clothes. I did 2 days in Lekki on that same floor. Slept overnight. At the end of the day, I did the K2, I did the Korodu. Now you are telling me I'm doing it because of Baba Ijesha. Baba Ijesha doesn't even want this protest, if you want to know. I told him I'm not doing it because of you. I am doing this because of humanity, because of my country. I hold this society a duty. You may not hold. You may just sit on social media and be looking for who to condemn, looking for sensational stories. I am looking for what is to do and stand by what is right. And these people, they are in millions. Because if few people are enlightened and civilized, also you professor need understanding of human rights law. If you are a professor, your knowledge of human rights is biased, is emotional, you are a tragedy to this country. If you get to America, you will realize yourself saying, are you sure you're a professor? The law says you should be on bail, you're protesting, you shouldn't be on bail. Are you a professor? Who gave you this degree? Why are you John Kiloma somewhere? Then you have a to refuse to nothing. FLO, simple to get in America, iPhone 12, Nigeria FLO, latest car FLO, latest year FLO, Chinese week, hello, Japanese week. FLO, human rights, America, this is not America. So it is America when you want to use the car. Latest Ford, FLO, but nobody drink, treat and human rights protection. MF emotions. Yeah, I do know. You want to support the molester? Shekokuni. Gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tá ń ṣe lẹ́yìn pé kí ọkọ ayọ̀, none of them is condemnable. Woe to you if you think that anybody accused of crime is condemned. Your understanding of what law is, of what human rights is dirty, is low. Go and equip yourself. If you are empty offline, if you come online, you'll be talking jargons. Speak informed. Ekpadas in library. The Nigerian youth are spending too much on at 6 a.m. the 1 a.m. From one page to another. You are not adding value to yourself. That is not right. There is library online. There is library offline. Let us equip ourselves. Let's be on the same page. How did you get into this country? Because they are asking for the rights of a suspect does not mean you are a supporter of that person. A differentiate here. Any problem, something is wrong upstairs. Right is whether he's a suspect, he's a criminal, he's a non-criminal. You must, right is right. Ani, Oshe, Ani, Efile, I just call up a show. But the man wrote down anybody about it.
Okay, sir, I would like to ask, after, sorry, please,
I am impressed with the Nigerian police. I give it to the Lagos State police officers. I give it to the DCP party. This is the international standard of policing. We must allow people freedom to express themselves. And they allowed us to express ourselves. And they take some materials from us. And we even exchange contact. And they promise to work on it. Because they know what we are saying is the truth. They know what we are saying is according to the law. So far, we're perfect. The police are not saying they are perfect. They need the public to always support them, to always nudge them. If you don't want to play a role in your society, you don't belong to an NGO, you don't pay tax, you're not supporting human rights, and you want the country to be better for you, no? That year, you know, if you want to pray in church, you pray about yourself and your children. If you want to eat, you do what you eat alone. If you want to, what about the society? We must start thinking the communal benefits. This is why we are here. It's a communal benefit.
Your colleagues in the believe you are actually doing all of this because
Okay, good. First and foremost, people are asking me to contact princess and stuff like that. Unnecessary questions will not bring out genuine answers. This person have already expressed herself. She has given account of her own story. I have seen footages, I have seen videos from her. She has said her own part. The onus is on me to hear from the other part. And for the fact that this person was even called severally by all the artists and there was no way out. Why would anybody ask me? I'm not the judge. Like I'm saying. So that is number one. Number two, anybody that says the court is my colleague, that's why I'm supporting. Then they are looking at it from a dead angle. If I have to support anybody, I have to support my colleague. But I am not supporting because he's my colleague. I'm supporting because he's a human being. Because those that doesn't know your story, your background, will start judging you from what they know about you. Go and ask about my history. I have supported those that I don't even know from anywhere. A lot of fans have even messaged me in DM. I have been in police cell in Ogudu, and I will rise up without even taking my breath, and I will stand by the person. That is my background. That is who I am. If you don't know my background, go and do research before you come and actually question who I am. Because you cannot judge me by what an incident that is still current. Go back to my past. Go back to my page. If anybody, if any actor, if any filmmaker, if any entertainer, if any human rights activist has spoken about human rights violation more than me in the last 5 years, then I will quit this job. I dedicated my life for this struggle, for the dignity and respect of every human being. So if it is happening to my colleague and it is being overblown, anybody has right to their own thoughts. But if what you are ready to give out is a guess, please don't prove to know.
Okay, sir, after this incident, after Baba Ijesha was arrested of being a 14-year-old girl, it's obvious that you have seen him in the custody. What can you account what happened?
Yeah. Now, the man said, at the end of the day, I want you to now. I mean, whatever, I said that's personal. I'm not interested in that. I can say, then he was invited out. All honesty, I can say, how old is this girl? How old is this Yomi? Tomorrow morning you will decide for yourself. Timba sober, then don't try to justify that. I didn't want to commit crime. I didn't intend to commit crime. Anybody said the girl is 40 years. Yomi, how do I prove that? But this girl is an adult. Put that back. Only no problem. They might court. Video. Mr. Yomi, we never said there is a rape video. There was no rape video. And the girl never said Baba Ijesha raped me. The girl at no time confessed that Baba Ijesha raped him. That was what prompted CP to the bottom sorrow. The CP must have interrogated, asked the IPO, asked even the girl, tell me, did Baba Ijesha rape you? The girl said no. Where are the evidence? Is sexual assault. Touching people here, bring for it's assault. Now, what they want to Jawale, Baba Ijesha didn't be our Jawale. What about it? No. Only one know who only by the people where he is in deep trouble was when they showed him the CCTV. What? I'm actually entrapped. I am going to die. Shani tí o mọ̀ yọ̀rí máa kí ọmọlẹ̀ ọmọ tí o mọ̀ yọ̀rí náà máa dì mọ́yàn. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ronú ọmọ tó ní òun bẹ̀rù yọ̀ ẹ parọ́ pé ó rí 7 years òun náà wá ń dì mọ́ ó ń ba bó bàtà kí ni wèrè kí ni pàlàpàlà òṣì kí ni ó ń dì mọ́ ó ba bó bàtà ó ṣe kí ni.
Sorry, my name is Police Agency of Nigeria. The lady has asked a similar question. I'm surprised. Based on your number, I'm talking of Nollywood. One will have hundreds of protesters, mostly from
the response 100 ones.
100 of your members. I'm talking of Nollywood. Did you guys report to them? Or does it suggest that they have reached 10 meters?
Okay, first and foremost, with due respect to all my colleagues, this is the issue of a minor. And of course, majority may not be able to come in so that they will not offend the law. Even me that I'm speaking and saying the right thing, you can see the way they are still misconstruing me. They are trying to throw me under the bus, despite the fact that I have personal sympathy for anything minor, anything children. However, you can ask yourself again, how many artists not in the problem? I think cover for how many years, sir? How many? That's the problem. But you don't do it. Those are part of the few things. See a Yomi Fabiyi.
Even for those who are on sick leave.
Only Yomi Fabiyi team dogway for a long time. If you look at the social media we have, our fans don't talk anyhow. Ìlara ti pọ̀ jù ní industry wa. Tẹ́ bá rí account tó bá ń búrò èmi pé wọ́n nìkan lọ́dún tẹ́ tó sì wọ́n nìkan lọ́dún tẹ́ tó kú. Kókó omi ojú pé everybody thinks about competition. They don't think about welfare. Àmàlẹ́ ẹlẹ́gbẹ́. Knowing fully well that ní first support here in anything that will displease them or will scratch their name. But by the party, they will want to stand. However, èmi tí ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ mo wá dedicate life pé àṣírí ẹ̀ ń fẹ́ máa bò. See a bad and don't look every day, but I'm asking ask how many artists you find there. Are you get what I'm saying? The cocoa of matter is I am covering up, doing all I can, dedicate my life. I have been to film industry. I decided to retain the movie industry because and I see everybody as a family. But see, to myself, to buy that, to buy party by the way. But it don't judge you, see, one to buy sicky. Wọ́n á rò kúrò èèyàn kan ló sàṣì ẹ kọ́ má bàa rí báwọn làwọn rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ kó má bàa kú gbogbo èèyàn tí mo ti ń àṣìṣe àtọ́ síbi mi ò mà tí ìṣàárẹ̀ ọjọ́ kan gbé ìmọ̀ hospital gbogbo kan tó bìlì kó máa ní problem lẹ́yìn báyìí ẹ wo tá à ń ṣe náà ìbò òun la kú lé lórí èyí ní ìsìn ìwádìí bóyá inú ẹ̀wọ̀ la máa wà sẹ́ẹ̀lì la máa wà èmi ni mo mọ̀ pé inú yìí mọ́ mo mọ̀ kan tí mo sọ àwọn mi ò mọ̀ irú lady tó gbá máa yẹn ó fẹ́ di activist ó ní láti pa activist bí mọ́lẹ̀ kí wọ́n lè dìde èmi tẹ́mi ṣe tí American embassy tó fi ọ̀nà mi tí Amnesty International ọ̀nà mi nítorí wọ́n ti study mi bọ̀ ní ìmọ̀ wọn rí mo ń láti you must not always follow the crowd. I am only fearful that the Nigerian masses are always sorry. Baba Sue's case is still there. Bọ́n ṣe rántí ọ̀rọ̀ títẹ́ nìyẹn dìbò for a month plus. They condemned his health. He is a widower. He is always there now. Kanu bójútó. Nígbà tó gbé wọn lọ sí lùtù èmi nìkan mo lọ bá lẹ́yìn tó wọn kan ti wálẹ̀ kan tó ti flash èmi nìkan ní Amẹ́ríkà èmi nìkan mo lọ wọ̀ bá ṣe lọ́sibítù. Ẹ gbà mí accept me for who I am. Ẹ má pàrọ̀ mọ́ mi. Ẹ má bà mí lórúkọ jẹ́. Ẹ kó tẹ́ mi ìtẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ orúkọ mi èmi kò lórúkọ. Èmi kàn ṣe bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe rán mi. Tó bá bọ́ sórúkọ olórúkọ kẹtó mọ̀ mi. Toríjọ́ mẹ́jọ tó ti bí mi lọ́ti sọ lórúkọ. So ẹ sí pẹ̀ntà yẹn. So orúkọ téèyàn ò fún mi kò lè máa jẹ́. I am not bothered because I am still bitter that the majority of the people commenting do not even have knowledge. And if that will continue, it is a danger to this society. And Oleshelu will see us as just tools, props. An uninformed society will become a tool in the hands of dirty politicians. That is why I am appealing. All these things. And to other comment, a bad lawyer is sort of give me about Oleshelu, somebody saw ethical maintain. All my sit tight. One man told you Nigerian police, one for equipment, one they get all the machine investigation. Within 48 hours, they get what they want to get and they give you on bail. Ọlọ́pàá máa wẹ̀ ké kò kí lọ lọ́wọ́ kí tó dọ́dọ̀ commissioner of police kí tó gbà approval nígbà tí ò sí telegram ní email kò sí laptop wọ́n fẹ́ mú yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ṣe máa lọ wọ́n gbà approval bí pépà ni o á tún gbé wọn ní òjò á travel wọ́n á gba gbogbo rubbish yẹn torí pé kí investigation máa yá. So if we stick to that law 48 hours was grand bail ẹ̀ẹ́dì pé tí gbogbo ẹni wọ́n bá kò Nigerian politicians, they would equip the police to be able to start the duty within the time frame of the law. Ìyẹn ló yẹ ká mú gbọ́ kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀ làwọn èèyàn sọ. Ó ti yẹn ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ètò ìtẹ̀síwájú ọkọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yà ń fọmí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ wa lọ, yóò sì tó à. Ìtẹ̀sí náà tó wọ́n bá lórí. Ọ̀kadì ẹ̀kẹ́ lọ, oṣùpọ̀tò, wá ṣe lè padà wá. Ẹ kò sí wọ́n jẹ́ wá kó náà, ẹ̀ síbì. One is going to be right, one is going to be
human activists, that's why he's doing all what he's doing. After the